Hello guys, welcome back. Welcome back to my video blog. I'm going to continue studying today. This is already video number 24. And I can say that I'm really happy for the results that so far these videos are bringing to me. I mean, like, my overall game results have improved significantly, and this is really good. Good to feel that I started to understand the game a little bit better than before. Okay, but let's not relax. Let's continue studying, and today I'm going to study a couple of hands here. I really want to know how to play here, and we will start with this one. So look here, I opened up on UTG with 9-9. Here, I think the guy on MP called me, but we will ignore this fact for now, and we will be thinking that the guy on the button called me, okay? So let's go and let's jump into the program. Let's start working with our ranges. I realized, guys, that before when I was making videos, possibly this screen was a little bit too small and you could not see maybe that well. So I will make it bigger so for you to see better. Well, that's too big a little bit. Wait a second, let me decrease a little bit. Okay, so a little bit bigger than before. Okay, I'll call myself a little bit back. Okay, good. Now let's see. Let's start with the opening range here. Wow, to be honest, it's a little bit uncomfortable with such a huge screen. I'll decrease it a little bit like this. Okay, good. So we open up Ace-10 offsuit, 6-6 plus, and here we have broadways, King-Queen offsuit, 5-4-3 aces suited, and Ace-9 suited, and I take King-9, Jack-9, 10-9, 100%. Let's go for 50% with Ace-2 suited, Queen-9 suited, and 25% of these guys. 25% of this guy, 15% of these guys. Okay, good. So we are good so far. Now let's enter our board. That is 4-2 of diamonds, 7 of clubs. 10, I'm sorry, not 2. 10 of diamonds and 7 of clubs. Okay, good. So this is our board so far. Now let's see how we are going to play here. So far, first of all, I want to say that I think we have still an advantage on this board because we strike with our set of 7s, right? We have our set of 10s. We have jacks, queens, kings, aces. So I think we are really good here. I think we have an advantage. Okay, now let's see what we are going to do. If I have this amount of hands, and we have so far 173 hands in total here, 173.15. We are going to multiply this number by 60%. Okay, this is the amount of hands that we are supposed to bet according to the book that I have mentioned so many times before, the Applications of No Limit Hold'em, written by Matthew Janda. A perfectly theoretical and sound poker. Okay, actually that book really helps me, not to just bet blindly everything, but to think first of all. Okay, good. So this is the amount of hands that we are going to bet. Now let's see. First, we are going to identify our value bets here, okay? So I'm going to value bet my 7s, but my 7s without clubs, okay? So I will throw away the clubs from here. Okay, good. I'm going to bet my 10s. Very good, that's right. My 4s. Okay, this is fine. And I think I'm going to bet King 10, Ace 10. I think they are very strong here. Okay, this is good so far. Jacks, queens, kings, aces as well. They are really strong. I think they can charge right here, right now. Charge our opponent, right? So, so far we have this amount of value hands, and if we take this amount of value hands, 34.45, and multiply by 2. So this is the amount of bluffs that we should have, okay? Because for every very strong bet, we are supposed to have bluffs. Okay, good. So far, let's try to find these bluffs. Will we be able to do that? Let's try. So we are going to bluff, first of all, 9-8 suited, right? Because we are near straights here with this guy, right? Plus, we are going to bet all Jack 9 suited, right? Because we need just 1-8 to get our gut shots, and we will complete our straight. Okay, feels good with this one. Now let me see what else. Oh, I'm sorry, we have some more value bets here with ace-10 offsuit. Okay, this is good. What else can we bet here? I think we can bet 6-5, bluff bet 6-5 suited, right? The same reason we have here kinda one, we have here 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, this feels good. I think we're going to bet some of these aces, right? Like ace 3, ace 2, ace 4, ace 4 maybe with clubs, ace 5, yeah? Okay, let's do this. So ace 4, ace 5 for sure. I think, okay, let's do this. First, we will do this with the aces that have the appropriate color, that is diamonds or clubs, so that we would have some flush draw potential as well, right? So let's do this. We need some flush draw potential. Okay, then we will add up some bluffs if we want more bluffs. Okay, this is good. Now, what else? I think we can bluff here. I think Queen Jack are really good to bluff here. Especially Queen Jack. Okay, let's try with Queen Jack first of clubs and diamonds. Okay, now I think we can bluff as well Queen 9. I think Queen 9, because we need an 8 or a Jack to continue bluffing on the turn. So let's do this. Let's go for this guy here. What about King 9? Actually, all 9s I think are really good to bluff bet here. So I think all 9s with the potential for flushes, I'm going to bet them here. Okay, this is good. What else can we do here? I think these guys like King Jack are fine to bluff here. King Queen, maybe King Queen more, maybe like check call. King Jack. Okay, King Jack. I will go for King Jack as my bluff bets here as well. Okay, this is good. I think we don't have enough. We need to bluff more. So all these ace jacks I think are really good to bluff, especially jacks, especially ace jack with diamonds. Okay, with diamonds they're really good to bluff. We can have a draw flush on the turn, right? And we can complete the flush by river, with the river, right? So I think this is really good to bluff. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, guys, let's go on. So what else can we have here? What else can we bet here? Because look, we are really ahead here with these strong hands that really want to bet here and really want to charge our opponent. I think we can decrease the number of bets here, maybe with these aces, because the board is still, you know, like if we are on the top, the opponent might be here in the middle, and I don't want to blindly bet with all my aces. Maybe some aces would like to defend here, right? So maybe some aces really want to go into check call, especially aces with diamonds, you know, because we have thus we have wonderful flush draw potential. So maybe I will do this. Okay, I'll take out my diamond aces, bet without them, and diamond aces will go into check call. Thus, the amount of value hands has been decreased. Okay, the amount of bluff bets, we still need more, right? We need at least like 60, 70 would be very desirable, I think. Now, let's see, what else can we do here? I think we can bluff bet the same here with ace jack. I think these hands particularly we can bluff bet, or maybe we can check call, right? I think especially ace jack of clubs, you know, it is a really good bet here because we want to scare away our opponent, make him fold if he doesn't have anything. At the same time, we can catch a queen, or we can catch a king, or we can catch clubs, and we will have our top draw flush, right? At the same time, to call with this hand is fine as well, I think. Yeah, so a very interesting board, I think, so far. So let's see what else can we do here. I think we can bluff bet here with our very low 3 and 2 with diamonds. I think they are really good to bluff here. I think because we can have draw flush on the turn and we can scare away our opponent here on this board. Our opponent doesn't know how to play. A lot of opponents won't know how to play if there is one more card, there is diamonds. And at the same time, we are going to be quite protected here. Okay, now what else can I bluff? Of course, all my 5s, all my 6s I think are really good bluffs. Even those without diamonds. I think because we can catch a 5, so we can have 4, 5, 6, 7. I think thus, you know, this 6 is quite promising. Yeah, the only thing is if we catch a 6 on the turn, right, we might want to be careful because our opponent might already have 8, 9 suited and they might call with that, right? So let's see, this 6, okay, good. Maybe this 7, 6 can bet as well. Maybe they want to check call, right? I really like to check call with my second pair and improve step by step. Okay, 8s, 9s are going to be check calls. 43, we need a little bit more. I think we can bluff with, you know, these hands like ace, king, ace, queen, king, queen, queens, and these are calls. I think these guys, on the one hand, I kind of want to bet with them. On the other hand, they're so strong that maybe I want to check call with them, right? Especially ace, king, and ace, queen, including ace, king, and ace, queen of clubs. I think we can find a little bit more maybe bluffs here with our draw flushes. You know, like, I think, like, what is the purpose of this hand? On the one hand, yes, we do have an advantage. And we do want to bet, of course, jacks and queens and kings. Yeah, I think we want to bet right here, right now. And bet solid, like maybe 2/3 of the pot. Right, like 67% of the pot or 75% of the pot. At the same time, I think, like, do I always want to bet with them or I can defend with them sometimes? So I think it depends on the opponent as well. If the opponent is kind of passive, right, we might want to bet these guys, especially our draw flushes like this. And then we will have plus 18 draw flushes. On the other hand, if the opponent is quite aggressive and is going to bet if you check, then I think you might want to play these hands and put them in your check calling range. Yeah, so I think in this way. What about the rest of these guys? They still have very good potential, right? They still have very good potential. Maybe I just do this. Maybe I would bet 50% overall of these guys like this, so that I have some draw flushes in my check calling range as well. I think it would be wise, right? Because if I call with ace king without draw flushes, without diamonds, it means that the opponent might have a draw flush, right? And I might outplay him if I catch an ace or a king that are not diamonds. Okay, so this is an option, I think, and we can do this. I generally like to bluff with draw flushes a lot, but these cards are like they are so on the top, so maybe they will have more potential if I just check call here with them, right? So far, look here, we have 61.4, very good number. You know, if we take into account that we had to kind of find 68, 69 bluffs, but we have a little bit less here. That's totally fine, I think, absolutely. Now let's see, what are we going to check call here? You know, this 7-6, I think we can bet this one and bluff bet as well, because it is near our draw straights here as well, so that's fine actually. You can sometimes, I think, check call with this one, sometimes you can bet with this one. I think both variants are fine here, absolutely. Fours, do I want to bluff fours? I think I want to bluff these 5-4 suited as well, all of them. The lowest pair, I really love bluffing the lowest pairs. Like, I mean, they make our opponent fold if he doesn't have anything. At the same time, they can improve very well to 2 pairs or to trips. So they are very playable here, very playable. I think actually I can adapt and play all these ace-5, maybe ace-3 as well, maybe ace-2. I think ace-5 are really good candidates to bluff fully. Yeah, like this, I think we're good. If we catch a 6, we can continue either betting into our opponent or check calling, right? So I think we have very good potential here. Okay, fine. Look, we found very nice hands that we can bet and we can bluff. I think we are all good here. Look, approximately 1 to 2 as we wanted to. Okay, now let's see. We have grouped the hands that we played, 99, very good, almost 60% that we decided to play here. So especially pay attention to these guys right here. Okay, good. Now what are we going to check call? Let's see, ungrouped we have 73.65 combinations, and if the opponent bets 50% into this pot, which is quite possible because this pot is very wet, very draw heavy, our opponent can actually bet even more, 67% easily. Okay, so if our opponent bets 50% of the pot, now we have to defend, right? Let me do this. Now look here, I open this one more time for you. Minimum defense frequency versus a 50% bet into the pot. We will have to defend 67% of our check-in range. Now let's try to find this check-in range here. 67%. So we have here 73.65. 73.65 multiply 0.67. Okay, so approximately 50 hands that we have to defend versus our opponent's bet. Now let's see. I want to defend with my very strong ace-king, ace-queen plus runner-runner flushes. This one the same. Okay. I want to defend with my aces. Do you remember I had some aces of diamonds in my hand? The reason for that is because imagine your opponent might already have a set and you might have lost already, right? So versus sets, I don't want to play aggressively, you know, all 3 streets, or I don't want to grow the pot so much all the time. I want to keep balanced. I can grow the pot with kings, queens, jacks, sometimes aces, sometimes tens, right? But at the same time, I don't want to always grow the pot. I want to keep balanced. Just in case, if my opponent hit his dream set, you know, now it is really for me a good way to defend. Especially with aces where I have an ace of diamonds. This is so good and so effective. Okay, wait a second, I need to have this coin range. Okay, this is good so far. Now, my weak tens, I'm going to check call. To be honest, I think check call even with this king 10 as well. You know, if you want to have less value bets, here you are. Have less value bets and you are good here, you see? Oh, sorry guys, I think here I marked these hands a little bit incorrectly. I want to check call them, right? Check call these guys. Yes, like this, okay? So this one I bluffed, this one I bluffed, this one I bluffed. That. Okay, this is good. Look here. We can even check call with our king 10s. They're still like weaker than opponent's ace 10, right? So they might want to defend. I think they're really good to put into defense. Like, you know, we were looking to know for ways to balance our value bets and bluff bets. Here is the way, I think. Okay, what else are we going to check call here? 10, 9, so very weak 10. At the same time, we have straight potential, right? And you see these 10s are weak. Our opponent can already have queen, jack, oh, I'm sorry, like queen 10, jack 10, king 10, ace 10, right? Because they are in their calling range. So thus, to defend with this weak hand, I think is a very good choice. 9s, 8s, defense. 8, 7, okay, I put it into my defense as well. What about this one? Okay, that's all right. Okay, so far I have 33.75. Not enough, not enough. We need more. We definitely need more to defend here. Let's see. So I think some of these sevens, as we discussed before, they go into my, actually they will go into my check raising range, right? We will check raise with these sevens, and I think we can mix this with either 7-6, this is a good mix, or 8-7. I think they are good mixes here. Okay, I will do this. So 8-7 and 7-6. Some of them, I don't want to do this all the time with them and check raise. Maybe sometimes, right? 9-8, want to bluff bet. Sixes, maybe sixes, want to check raise, not that much. More for these guys with blockers. Yeah, they are not bad. Maybe 5-4 suited is good to check raise, especially with clubs. I think 5-4 suited with clubs is good to check raise. 8-7, 7-6 with clubs and diamonds are good to check raise, and even without them maybe. Yeah, I think these guys are still good to check raise. We need some check raises here. We have 2 value bets, so we need to have 4 bluff bets here. So I think we're going to bluff bet. Look, we actually have more check calls here with my very low aces. There, we found it. Look, some aces without diamonds and without clubs are going to check call. Oh! Wait a second. Okay, so this one without diamonds, without clubs. Put out clubs. Yeah, oh, check call, check call. This one, check call. Good, so they are going to check call here. Okay, this is good so far. So check raise. I think we need to check raise with something like this, 8-7, 7-6. I think we do need to check raise with these guys. Well, 7-6 of diamonds has very strong potential, right? And maybe you want to check raise and then you're going to check call on the turn. 8-7 the same, kinda the same. Do I want to check raise my 5-4 suited? Okay, let's try to go for this one, 7-8-7, 7-6, maybe this one, 5-4. And we need to add up something else into our check raising range. Maybe some of these, ace-5, ace-5, or ace-2 is even better, because we unblock our opponent's 4s, 7s, 10s, right? So this one is not bad, with diamonds I mean. Very good potential, I think. Ace-3, the same, maybe ace-3. Okay, maybe I will do this. So ace-3, this one, ace-3, because I want to have some draw flushes in my check raising range as well. I don't have that many. I have some from here, some from here. I want draw flushes of clubs, right? So I think this one might be really good. Yeah, okay, so far, look, we have 2 value bets, 2 value raises, I mean, and we check raise 5-4, 7-6, 8-7, ace-3. Not bad, I think, that's fine. So look here, so far, we have in our check calling range 35 plus 6, already 41. This is good, feels good, right? We need to have a little bit more, and I think these are the guys that can check call here, right? So I will do this. I will do this. So we had 50% of these guys that are going to check call, check call, check call, like this. I think now we even overcalled here. Yeah, 53 plus 6. You see, that's too much. That's why, like, maybe some of these hands we will be bluff betting more. Maybe we bluff bet 75%. Like this. We bluff bet 75% of these guys. That's not easy now to correct. Okay, wait a second. Okay, so this one I will discharge. Okay, 75%. Let's bluff bet these guys. And 25% let's check call. Like this. Check call. Okay, now look here, guys. I think we should have approximately the perfect number. Yeah, 44 and 6 here. And as for our value bets, we have 31. We have 70 bluffs here. So this is a very good amount of hands that we decided to play here. At the same time, so this is kind of the only confusing part with these guys. Should you check call with them? Should you bet here? I think generally we really want to stay with our diamonds, okay? If you are too afraid against our opponents, I think you can just go for only diamonds here, and you will be totally fine. So you can do this. Look, 50%, and we go only for diamonds if we want to play safe. If we are unsure what to do on the flop, what to do on the turn, what to do on the river, you can just play like this. You know, so we will just exclude all our non-diamond hands. We'll have our draw flush diamonds, like runner flush diamonds, right? And I think we're still fine here. Look, check call. We have 44 plus 6. That's still fine. Value bets 31. Bluff bets, a little bit less bluff bets. Well, that's fine. If you want, you can bluff a little bit more with these ace kings. Pay attention, guys, that these ace king of hearts, ace king of spades has very low potential on this board. As I told you before, guys, you didn't marry these hands, right? So, like, think about this. Do you want to bet them? If you want to bet them, be careful to play versus our opponent's sets, okay? If you catch an ace or a king, you might want to just check call, right? Or check call, check fold on the turn and river. So these are very tricky hands to play. You see, that's why, like, I always take two colors with me. Like, I mean, sometimes I can play ace king of hearts and spades, but it really depends on the opponent, okay? I don't play them 100% of the time. You see, because the board is kind of tricky. We have to be around this. We do have some potentials, but, like, you know what I don't like here? You have these potentials with some gut shots at this moment, right? If there is a queen, if there is a jack, you will have a gut shot. So it is kind of not that easy to play, you know, versus flushes, versus straights on this board, versus sets on this board with these high cards. So you will definitely have some hard time with them. Okay, guys, so that's it for this hand. Very interesting. I'm going to check raise sevens. I'm going to check raise 8, 7, 7, 6, 5, 4. And I'm going to check raise some of my draw flushes, very powerful ones. So you see, if I miss everything, I will still have my draw flushes with diamonds and my value bets with sevens. If I strike some, draw straights, I can strike them a lot with my 8, 7, 7, 6, 5, 4. I can strike two pairs, right? I can get my gut shots. So a lot of different options here. Voila, guys, that's it for this hand. I hope you enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed it myself. So thank you very much for watching. Get better at poker, work on your game, and plus EV to you. Thank you very much. Bye bye.